Just a few seconds to react. What would you do if a bus suddenly went completely out of control? The right speed and a safe vehicle are the keys to preventing accidents. Imagine a truck losing control and charging straight into moving traffic. Power lines are torn down. Sparks fly everywhere. Everything happens in just a few seconds. How do you transport 580 tons of cargo? Conventional trucks simply aren't designed for this task. That's where SPMT comes in. Hundreds of independently driven wheels work in synchronicity, allowing the massive load to move with incredible precision, even in tight spaces. As a result, 580 tons of steel and equipment can be transported safely, as if gliding across the ground. This is the pinnacle of oversized and heavy-duty transport technology. Everything seemed to be under control. Then, in the blink of an eye, the machine was completely destroyed. Sometimes disaster strikes faster than you think. They tried to fix it. They tried to salvage the situation, but things didn't go as planned, and the incident quickly spiraled out of control. At the very least, this experience will help them avoid making the same mistake in the future. Huge, powerful, designed to overcome any obstacle. The BAT-2 weighs nearly 40 tons, is equipped with a massive bulldozer blade, a tiller, and a 2-ton crane. It plows through harsh terrain, fills deep trenches, and crushes obstacles impressively. This may be the most challenging transport operation ever. The treacherous terrain constantly hinders the convoy, but thanks to the driver's skill and experience, the mission continues. Everything happened in a split second. A sewage truck suddenly lost control in Mar del Plata, crashing into the front of a fishing company on Guanahani Road. The impact caused all the sewage on the truck to spill out, turning the scene into a chaotic mess. The KCIC project continues to impress as massive box girders are transported and installed with near-perfect precision. Every movement is meticulously calculated, contributing to the construction of Southeast Asia's first high-speed rail line.
Oke, sekarang saya ke depan maju nih. Nah, ini girdernya nih.
The New Holland skidded and plunged into the pond, turning a minor incident into a tense rescue mission. Shortly afterward, a JCB joint rescue coal was dispatched to the scene. After many attempts, the tractor was finally pulled back to safety, bringing to a close a dramatic and memorable rescue. He's probably the luckiest truck driver in Russia. The truck, loaded with massive logs, slowly advanced through the forest. Every meter was a display of power. Smoke and dust billowed behind it, making the machine look like a steel monster traversing the deep woods. He's not afraid to challenge himself with risky and spectacular tractor maneuvers. The battle began when the chain tightened under the machine's immense pulling force. The stump resisting until the very last seconds before suddenly springing from the ground. Thanks to the combined strength and skill of the operator, the area was quickly and safely cleared. A real challenge for any machine. The TT4 slowly hauled massive logs along the muddy forest road, its tracks gripping the ground while its engine roared under the heavy load. Designed for the harshest conditions, this legendary forestry machine continues to demonstrate its impressive off-road capabilities and towing power. The tractor and the tanker behind it were stuck deep in the field, each acceleration only causing the wheels to spin faster and sink further into the soft soil. A small mistake, big consequences. The arc bunker is a common electrical hazard as destructive electrical arcs form between the conductors. A truck, unfortunately, overturned in Nakil al-Khala, Jaffa, spilling its cargo all over the road. After a strenuous rescue operation, the vehicle was moved to a safe location, bringing an end to a tense traffic incident. Never stop or change lanes suddenly on a highway, as the consequences can be far worse than you imagine. What could be more terrifying than descending a mountain pass on an icy road and feeling the truck begin to lose traction? Enormous load, treacherous terrain, that was the challenge the transport team faced as they navigated the 100-ton Travo truck along the famous Sittinjau-Lauick Road. Every meter of the road demanded intense concentration. Thanks to skill, experience, and precise coordination, the driver successfully navigated the heavy load through the most difficult obstacles. Boarding a ferry with a heavy truck always carries risks. This time, things went wrong when the tractor unit unexpectedly fell into the river while boarding the ferry. It's impossible not to be impressed by the power of this machine. The Caterpillar MD 6250 drill, equipped with a 600 horsepower engine, begins its uphill climb with confidence. Its massive weight and impressive off-road capability allow it to easily conquer the most demanding working conditions. Good, but the most impressive thing is the driver. A very costly mistake. Perhaps a review of driving skills is necessary. Despite the heavy load, the operator persevered in controlling the machine. A remarkable performance by both man and machine. The boat continued to move forward, but nature had made a different decision. In an instant, the raging waves capsized the boat, sinking all its cargo to the bottom of the river. A serious incident occurred on Kodak Hill. The truck unexpectedly lost momentum while climbing the slope and overturned in the middle of the road. Goods were scattered everywhere, turning the road into a chaotic and dangerous scene. Fortunately, rescue teams arrived promptly to handle the incident, clear the scene, and restore traffic flow as quickly as possible. In the middle of Longfellow Lake in Maine, a logging tractor became stuck under thick ice, forcing rescue teams to deploy heavy machinery for assistance. After just a few minutes of effort, the machine was finally pulled to safety. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on impressive rescue, escape, and machine power scenes. The roads in Xingu are already harsh. When it rains and mud appears, any mistake can be costly. A safety rule that many experienced drivers always remember is to place 1 or 2 old tires on the tow cable. If the cable suddenly breaks, these tires will help reduce the recoil force. On roads where even heavy trucks struggle to navigate, skill and careful preparation are sometimes just as important as the power of the machinery. Unbelievable. A spectacular save at the crucial moment. The mighty MAN tractor trailer faced one of its toughest challenges. The slope was too steep, the road surface too slippery. Despite exerting all its strength, the machine eventually lost traction and was forced to stop midway. From a journey to conquer the terrain, the situation quickly transformed into a tense rescue operation. At the foot of Kodak Hill, chaos quickly ensued. A trailer loaded with concrete piles lost momentum and couldn't continue climbing the slope.
Ya, dicoba kembali. Ya, mudah-mudahan.
Alhamdulillah ya bosku, ya trailer ini berhasil juga menanjak.
Everything happened in a split second on a street in Russia. Everything seemed to be going normally, but a single miscalculation caused the truck to lose balance and suffer a serious accident in Ribeirão Preto. An unexpected incident occurred on the D14 highway. A vehicle was found lying motionless on the side of the road, causing traffic disruption and a prolonged traffic jam in the area. The car lay motionless at the side of the road. The front of the car was severely deformed, almost completely detached from the rest of the vehicle. Fortunately, a passing tow truck helped pull the car to safety. But with this level of damage, its journey was probably over. The container truck, loaded with wood, slowly descended the slope. The enormous load weighed heavily on the back, and each bend ahead presented a real challenge for the driver. Submerged underwater, it seemed the DT-55 had no chance of survival, but the TT-4 was quickly dispatched to the scene. The engines roared, and the battle between mechanical power and mud began. After many efforts, the DT-55 was finally pulled ashore safely. In this towing test, the BH-224 tractor faced a heavy truck on soft ground. Was the tractor's power enough to move the truck even slightly? This is where true performance was put to the test. The load was enormous. Just one small mistake could turn a workday into a disaster. When the steel beam fell from the truck and the vehicle lost balance, things quickly spiraled out of control. A risky maneuver right from the start. The Lioka T-16 attempted to cross a deep ditch, but a single misstep caused the machine to tip over in a breathtaking moment. £154,000 were trapped in the mud. The D-10 channeled all its power into the cable, creating a tense and dramatic rescue operation. The mud clung tightly to the cross. The tow rope was stretched taut. Each acceleration only sent mud flying, intensifying the struggle. Every meter of road reclaimed was the result of strength and perseverance in a dramatic escape from the mire. What followed was a tense rescue operation. The massive bulldozer was stuck deep in the mud, forcing the rescue team to pull it meter by meter. The cables were stretched to their limit and the tracks struggled to find traction. This wasn't just a rescue. It was a real battle between machine power and mud. Working in the forest has never been easy. Amidst the rugged slopes of Vlasic, tractor and heavy machinery drivers face roads that would make many people apprehensive just by looking at them. Trucks carrying timber weave through narrow mountain passes, clinging to every meter of muddy road. The scene resembles a stunt scene from an action movie more than the daily work of those who make a living deep in the forest. Next came the impressive demolition at the I. Vincennes Palati boarding school. Heavy machinery roared, each precise blow continuously tearing down the old structures. Concrete poured down, dust enveloped the site in a spectacular display of power and skill.